Breaking news. Putin's brigade suffer heavy losses as the counteroffensive closes in on Bakhmut. According to the Institute for the Study of War, Russia has suffered significant losses, including the ineffectiveness of 3 brigades and the death of a commander. An officer in the Ukrainian armed forces, Oleksandr Syrsky, claimed that during the liberation of the villages of Andriivka and Klishchivka south of Bakhmut, troops had destroyed the combat capability of the 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, 3rd Army Corps, the 31st Guards VDV Brigade, and the 83rd Guards VDV Brigade. Alexander Khodakovsky, the Russian commander, said the commander of the 31st VDV Brigade was killed as the Ukrainian counteroffensive made significant gains and freed villages. The Institute for the Study of War recently analyzed the current situation, concluding that lateral redeployments from elsewhere in Ukraine or substantial tactical redeployments of other VDV elements in the Bakhmut area would therefore indicate that recent Ukrainian advances have resulted in significant Russian losses. The commander of Ukraine's ground forces, however, claims his country's recent success in retaking a village in the east has allowed them to breach Russian defenses near Bakhmut. The Ukrainian military claims that retaking this strategic village will serve as a launchpad for future offensive operations against Russia. After drone strikes in Lviv, a city in western Ukraine, black smoke is seen rising above the city. In the midst of Russia's attack on Ukraine, firefighters tend to a damaged industrial warehouse. Ukrainian ground forces commander says retaking another village in the east has allowed them to breach Russian defenses around the devastated city of Bakhmut. Ukraine's counteroffensive to reclaim territory occupied by Russia during its nearly 19-month invasion has focused heavily on this region. The fierce fighting that has taken place in Bakhmut has given the small town a symbolic significance for both Russia and Ukraine that belies its actual size. Ukrainian forces can further extend their gains around Bakhmut and continue pressing forward if they can retake Klishchivka. According to the Institute for the Study of War, Russia has suffered significant losses, including the ineffectiveness of 3 brigades and the death of a commander. An officer in the Ukrainian armed forces, Oleksandr Syrsky, claimed that during the liberation of the villages of Andriivka and Klishchivka south of Bakhmut, troops had destroyed the combat capability of the 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, 3rd Army Corps, the 31st Guards VDV Brigade, and the 83rd Guards VDV Brigade. As the Ukrainian counteroffensive freed Bakhmut, Russian commander Alexander Khodakovsky claimed the 31st VDV Brigade commander had been killed. At the United Nations General Assembly in New York City, President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine will deliver a speech on international security alongside other world leaders. More than 140 world leaders are getting together to talk at length about pressing issues like the war in Ukraine and the climate crisis. It is unclear if he will listen to Russian diplomat Sergei Lavrov's speech. During Zelensky's speech last year, Lavrov called Zelensky a B******************** and walked out in the midst of a string of harsh criticisms of Russia. Prior to his address, the Ukrainian leader questioned the world's leaders on why Russia still has a seat at the UN. He explained, "It's crucial for us that our partners hear every word and every message we say. And whether or not the United Nations still, regrettably, still, provides a home for Russian terrorists is not a question I can answer. I think this is a question for all of the UN's member states."